Steven Universe and all associated images are property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and any and all other respective owners. I don't know them all. All footage in this video has been used for the purpose of critique parody under fair use. Please support the official release. Alright, so I was asked by several of you to do a video on Lapis Lazuli, since she is a very mysterious character and this has made her very popular with fans. And by very mysterious, I mean very mysterious. Unfortunately, we haven't really learned that much about her, so there isn't really that much to say. Still, it couldn't hurt to go over some of the stuff that we do know. I'm sure I can make a whole video out of this. Okay, so we can see from her interactions with Steven when she was in the mirror that she has a good, if a bit childish, sense of humor. Bonding with him over his joking around. She also likely has some knowledge of human biology, as she was able to catch on very quickly to Steven's fart jokes. That physically hurt me to say that. Using the joke at appropriate points in Dewey's speech. She has the power of aquakinesis, which is the power to control water, and her summoned weapon seems to be a pair of vaguely glowy water wings that spread out from the teardrop gem on her back. This makes her weapon unique amongst other gem weapons, as its default form is liquid rather than solid. And, well, she's very powerful, able to fight Garnet, Pearl, Amethyst, and Lion all at once. She's blue. Oh, yeah, she was trapped in a mirror, which was found at the Galaxy Warp. I mentioned her being in the mirror, but I didn't talk about it. Like a lot of gem devices, we see that she was powering the mirror as if she was being used as some kind of battery. Now, typically, I think it's unlikely that the gems that are used in this kind of situation are conscious, which is why it makes sense that the crystal gems didn't seem to know anything about the fact that there was a conscious gem in the mirror. Wait a second. Wait, did you see that? Right there, did you see that? Steven says that the mirror is like a person, and Pearl looks really confused, but unless I'm mistaken, Garnet and Amethyst don't. They skip confused and go straight to afraid, and in the case of Garnet, angry. Almost like they immediately know that this is true, that the mirror does have a person inside it. But it almost seems like Pearl doesn't. In fact, look at this. Garnet is so worried here that she risks intimidating Steven, who we know she loves a lot, just to get it back from him. What is she so afraid of? The mirror is a teaching tool, right? Or that's what she would have thought up until right now, right? Is she worried that Steven will learn something about Homeworld that Garnet doesn't want him to know? Or does she somehow know how powerful the gem in the mirror is? Or is she worried about something else, something worse? Actually, let's go back and watch that again. Look, right there. Lapis clearly is nervous about coming and meeting Steven's gem friends, but when she sees Garnet, she outright panics. And it's after that, after she sees Garnet, that she calls them crystal gems. Holy crap, she recognized Garnet. Maybe she knew Garnet from when the gems found the mirror at the Galaxy Warp, but if the mirror has been in Pearl's pocket dimension since then, how does Lapis know the term crystal gem? Does she know Garnet from before she went into the mirror? Hold on for a minute, guys, I need to do some more research. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and boy have I got some stuff to add to this video. I think, in fact, that I may have a plausible working theory for what Lapis's history might be, and how she got put into that mirror in the first place. And it not only changes how I feel about some of my past theories and the show itself, if I'm right, this could be a game changer. This could affect the entire lore. I've been saying for a while now that Lapis isn't Blue Diamond. She's too meek and intimidated by Jasper to be any kind of leader who once would have been above Jasper. It just doesn't make sense. Even though the gem pictured on the Pyramid Temple mural, the one fighting Rose, does bear some similarities with the wavy hair that seems to blow around independent of the wind and seemingly being able to manipulate water, I have been asserting that it isn't Lapis Lazuli. But what if I was wrong? Now, don't start saying your I told you so's yet. I still don't think that Lapis is Blue Diamond, but I do think that that figure in the mural fighting Rose could very well be Lapis, and that that is a depiction of Rose imprisoning Lapis in the mirror. In fact, I think this may be the moment that Rose first took violent action against another gem, back before the Civil War properly began, and maybe even before Rose decided to rebel openly in the first place. I think that she approached Lapis at some time, looking for her support in getting Homeworld to spare Earth, and that Lapis rejected the idea. Remember, Lapis tells Steven that she never believed in Earth, so someone must have asked her to believe in it at some point. But what support could Lapis give Rose? I mean, aside from her power. She's just one gem, right? She wouldn't have an army. Well, what if she wasn't just one gem? What if she wasn't even Lapis at the time? Before I continue, I want to shout out Radioactive Supersonic on Tumblr, who pioneered the theory that I'm about to share in minimal detail. I knew that there was something more to Lapis, but I never would have noticed what they did. If you know of them, you probably know what's coming. If not, head on over there after the video, because I'm only going to be touching on this a bit here. Basically, the theory notices this statue at the Lunar Sea Spire, pictured in Cheeseburger Backpack. Notice that this gem, placed on a pedestal, as if venerated by those around it, bears resemblance to a taller version of the moon goddess statue, but with 4 arms. We know from the short, titled Fusion, that gems with extra body parts, i.e. Garnet's third eye or Opal's extra arms, are fusions. Yes, a gem could probably shapeshift more arms or eyes or whatever, but fusions have extra parts by default. That means that the statue gem is almost definitely a fusion of 2 different gems, and that one part of the fusion could be the moon goddess statue gem. Let's make a bit of a logical leap here. The spire is called the Lunar Sea Spire. If the moon goddess statue gem is the moon part, maybe Lapis is the sea part, and Lapis and the moon goddess statue gem fuse to become Blue Diamond. This explains why Jasper was able to push Lapis around. If Lapis is half of Blue Diamond, she would be high class and probably quite powerful, but she would have a completely different personality from the leader Blue Diamond, perhaps one that is naturally more submissive. This doesn't clash at all with my theory that the gem in the lighthouse is Blue Diamond. The stone found in the lighthouse resembles the stone on the moon goddess statue. She could very well be Blue Diamond's other half. It explains why Lapis asked, "Do you even know who I used to be?" It explains the stigma against different gem fusion and permanent fusion on Homeworld, since such fusions would have only been exclusive to the upper class. And it explains what happened to both Lapis and the lighthouse gem. Moving on to what I've deciphered. Imagine this. Rose takes Garnet to the Galaxy Warp so that the 2 of them can meet in secret with Blue Diamond and ask if she would be willing to support Rose in her efforts to save the Earth. This would mean opposing Homeworld's overall wishes. Blue Diamond, being the proposed leader of the Scout faction on Homeworld, were the first to come to Earth, and Blue Diamond herself had grown to like humans, explaining why Lapis takes quickly to Steven. However, when Rose explains the ideals of her crystal gems, the component parts of Blue Diamond disagree on whether to support Rose in her cause. They split, much like Garnet in Keystone Motel. The situation escalates, causing the moon goddess statue gem's gemstone to be damaged. Lapis, now afraid of what the crystal gems might do to her, fights Rose and is damaged as well. To slow the spread of the crack in Lapis's gem, Rose places her in the mirror, and then gives it to her trusted Pearl for safekeeping, even though Rose never did tell Pearl who the gem powering the mirror actually was. Rose kept the damaged moon goddess statue gem and later built the lighthouse to be her mausoleum, even though the gem wasn't completely dead, since the moon goddess gem was likely the one who was more open to Rose's idea, whatever it was. But this doesn't explain what the original idea that Rose had might have been. Maybe it was the rebellion, but I don't think so. I think Rose was pushing for a peaceful solution, needed Blue Diamond's support, and when that failed, she was left with no other option to save the Earth than to fight. So what was Rose's first plan? What would the implications of it have been? Is it still possible to implement that plan today? Well, I think I've figured that out as well, but we are out of time for this video. We'll have to take a look at that in 1 month in the Rose Conspiracy. Hey guys, this is AJ22. I just wanted to give another brief shout out to Radioactive Supersonic for allowing me to use some of the details of their theory here in mine. It was a big help and I think really gave this theory video an extra layer. I really could not be more thrilled. I also wanted to make sure you guys know that saying that the Rose Conspiracy will be out in 1 month does not mean that there will not be more theories this month. I still plan to release a theory on the 10th and on the 20th. As always, guys, thank you for watching my video. I am almost to 5,000 subscribers, and that is all because of you guys. I honestly could not be more thankful of you, and I really hope I can continue to make great, entertaining content for you going forward. So guys, what did you think of the theory? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.